Yes.
All right, everyone, if we're ready, it's 8:30. Let's go ahead and get this started. Good morning, everyone. My name's Keith Walter, and I am one of your hosts today, along with Nan Danford and Mike Aho. We're once again live this morning on Zoom and on Facebook Live, welcoming you to our Village Update. This morning, we're going to cover kind of our usual set of topics, but I'd like to start with just kind of a quick montage of some of the Oktoberfest fun. So if you'll bear with me, I'll see if I can get this to work. Thank you. And Mike, are you ready to take it away over at the Scarecrows?
You bet. We're ready to start here. I'm going to wait for my guy here. Here he comes. Hold on 1 minute.
While you're getting ready, I'm just going to once again thank all the wonderful volunteers who helped us with Oktoberfest. We had a huge turnout for the event. I think the new venue that we used, the Hut, made a great place for us to hold it. And at least the folks that I talked to seemed to really enjoy the evening. And we had perfect weather for it. So thank you all. Mike?
Yeah, thanks, Keith. We're ready now. And I'm out here at the park, just in the village area. And I'm here with Mary. And Mary's one of the staff that organized this wonderful event. I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about it. Go ahead, Mary.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Mary Stokely. I'm a recreation coordinator with the Fair Oaks Recreation and Park District. So one of the ways that we wanted to make sure that we brought people into the village starting when construction was happening was the Scarecrow contest, where we partnered with the Fair Oaks Chamber of Commerce, and we invite members of the public, businesses, organizations to come and make a scarecrow and have it on display in the village for people to vote. As you can see, we've got a couple of wonderful scarecrows on display. We'll kind of walk you down a little bit to show you all of them. This one is done by a child, and then we have group entries as well. And we can show you how to vote by walking down this way.
Hey, Mary, how did we do this before we had the fence?
Last year, when we had a little bit more access to the park, we put scarecrows in the trees, on telephone poles, and it was really just a fun way to get people into the village and to see some fun, creative side of everybody. So if you come down to the village and take a look at any of these scarecrows, you'll see signs on the fencing and here, or you'll just open your phone's camera, scan the QR code, open up that link, and then it takes you directly to an online form. If my internet wasn't on. And that's how you can vote. Then it pulls up all of the scarecrows that are on display. So it's super fun. And then the winners of the contest at the end of the display are going to get a fun prize. They're going to be up until October 31st. That's next Monday on Halloween. And then they will come down on the 1st of November. So that is the wonderful scarecrow contest that we have going on.
And I kind of want to point out this one right over here. It is actually named the chicken is in the name. What's the name of that one, Mary?
Fair Oaks Village Chicken Witch. So we have really, really creative. We have students that submitted for their groups in their high schools. We have businesses, a couple of community organizations. So super, super fun. It's always great to see how creative everybody gets with all of this. So great way, and we're going to continue to do it even when the construction's over.
Yeah, I mean, next year we should be, not quite next year, but the year after, we will be out in the park with these, I believe, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful.
That's the hope. Awesome. And then a couple other things we want to highlight are we have our Christmas in Fair Oaks holiday guide, which is going to be coming out in the first week of November. And it is going to highlight holiday events happening in Fair Oaks every single day in December. So we did this last year also. And it's just a really great way for everyone to plan out their December to have some fun, festive times. And there's just a world of opportunities for people of all ages. We're going to have events that are happening here in the village and all throughout Fair Oaks, which is great. We're also going to have the Fair Oaks tree lighting. That is going to be happening on December 3rd, which is a Saturday from 2 to 6. And that is happening at Fair Oaks Park. And that's going to be just fun music. We're going to have performances from community organizations, free activities for kids, photos of Santa and Mrs. Claus, and hot cocoa, all sorts of wonderful things. And then we're going to have, of course, the tree lighting at the very end, which is going to be great.
Yeah, you know, and I believe next Christmas, we will have the tree here in the village. If everything goes right, we'll be opening up the park in December at some point, and that should put the tree in the village. So my fingers are crossed, and I'm sure all the staff and community's fingers are crossed, that next year we'll have the tree here in the village, right at the new entrance for the amphitheater and the theater.
Thank you so much. Mary, I don't know if you know about it, but as a big disc golf fan, I understand that you're also hosting an event this weekend over at Miller Park. Can you talk to that at all?
Yeah, so the Headless Horse AM disc golf tournament, once again, started last year, is going to be happening again this weekend, the 29th and 30th. It is going to be mostly hosted by the Parkway Disc Golf Foundation. And so they're going to have lots of people out there playing disc golf. It's going to be a great time.
Thank you. All right, Nan, if you're ready, we will cut to you and hear a little bit about some of the village news.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks again, as Keith said, for being with us. So I am in Fair Oaks Village, as I always come to you in Fair Oaks Village. And I wanted to first start out with a couple of things that are happening really coming up today. We have the supervisors, Sacramento County Board of Supervisors meeting at 2 p.m. today downtown at 700 8th Street. And Rich Desmond's community meeting last week, he shared with us how important it is that we all get involved and let the county supervisors know what's going on in our community. So if you can make it down there, it would be great. They really want to hear from us out here because they tend to get just people from the city that maybe have different priorities than we do. Also, I wanted to mention that the Fair Oaks Water District is proposing a rate increase. Everything is going up, so water rates appear to be as well. They will be conducting a number of community outreach meetings, and those you can find out about on our website, fairoaksvillage.com or .org, excuse me, or the Fair Oaks Water District's website. And again, it's important to be involved in those to find out what's going on and what they are proposing. My understanding is it's going to be a 25% rate increase over several years. So we definitely want to get involved with that. But the most exciting thing right now is coming up on Saturday, oh, loud car going by, is the Day of the Dead race. And Jan is actually here. So if you haven't been, oh, let me see, I'm going to turn my camera around if I can here. Yeah, here we go. So if you haven't been through the village lately, you haven't seen Wild Runner's amazing Day of the Dead display or Halloween display. And as we have pointed out and shared before, he has, Gian, the owner of Wild Runners, has a community run every Thursday and Saturday run walks coming up. So he's always doing stuff to bring people to the village. And here we have Gian right now. He's going to tell us more about the upcoming run, which, by the way, I will be running in this weekend. So hi, Gian, how are you?
Good. So this event is open for everybody, for all the people. We're expecting about 600-700 runners,
Wow.
plus families and kids. The festival, we're gonna have a festival down the bridge, live music, performers, music, vendors. It's open to everybody. We're expecting around 2,000 people. So come to the village, spend a good time, celebrate the Day of the Dead with us. We're gonna put an altar. So it's gonna be fun.
So are you gonna have, let me do this. So are you gonna have any kind of costume contest or anything like that?
Yes, we have a costume contest. The 3 first winners, they're gonna get money prize. I don't know how much it is with this money prize. Also for the runners, it's gonna be a money prize. Everybody's gonna get something. We have so many sponsors that they're gonna give away, like socks, hats, shoes. So we want to bring people to the community. So
It'll be super fun. So it starts at 8 o'clock, I understand,
it starts
right?
at 8 o'clock by the Red Bridge.
Okay.
So if you want parking lot, the other side, we have permits to park in over there by Gold River. So if you want to park by Starbucks, it's an option. Or here outside of the shop, we also have some spots.
And so you can pick up, if you haven't registered yet, go to the, what's the website?
It's the Day of the Dead, Fair Oaks, and you can register there. We just opened 50 spots more because we sold out twice. So
wow,
yeah.
So over 600 runners. It's going to be a lot of people. And then on Friday, you will come here to Wild Runners to pick up your race packet if you're going to be running in the race, and you'll get the route at that time and all the other things. And then it's just going to be a really fun time on the other side of the Red Bridge in the parking lot after the race with food and music and vendors. Are there going to be vendors? Yes, and prizes and all kinds of fun stuff. So that's what's going on immediately in the village for right now. So back to you now, Keith. Oh, and one more thing is, because they have so many runners coming and way more people than they were originally expecting, they could use a few more volunteers. What'd you say, 4 more?
maybe 4 more.
Maybe
yeah.
4 more people who just want to come out and help out by handing out water or whatever the case may be. So come into Wild Runners and talk with Jan to find out how you can help as well. All right.
Thank you, Nan.
Keith.
And it looks like Mike is back and ready to give us an update on the construction, which I know is one of the hot topics always in the village.
Hey, yeah, thanks, Keith. I'm out back here in the park, the amphitheater in the seating area. And Mary actually had one more thing that we wanted to bring up, and it's very exciting. It's a pop-up event. Mary, what is that?
Yeah, so we're going to be hosting a pop-up pumpkin palooza tonight at Montview Park from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. We are going to be doing pumpkin racing, pumpkin bowling, trick-or-treating, and we invite everyone to wear their costumes and come out. It's just going to be a free, fun time just to enjoy some festivities with people and get some candy and have some fun. So hope to see you there.
Is there any fee for that, Mary?
There is not. It is all free. So come on out. We'd love to see you there anytime between 5 to 6.
Adults and kids?
Adults and kids.
I'm going pumpkin bowl.
It's a perfect park to do it. So we tried it yesterday and it was really fun.
Thanks, Mary.
Thanks.
Hey, so anyway, I'm out here in the park, and what's behind me right here is the actual stage of the amphitheater. And this over to my left is where we'll be doing all the plumbing and for the building, the bathrooms and everything like that. It doesn't look real exciting unless you're into the structural pieces of a building. And what it does for us is it gives us the idea of where everything's at. And we actually have the plans, but we can have the pictures and everything like that. So we know how this stuff is put together 25 years from now. it would have been invaluable if we would have had that type of stuff as we had done the demolition and all the other work we've done to this point. So we're setting our community up for success 50 years from now when this facility has to be renovated, if it needs to be renovated at that time. But anyway, they've been working hard out here. They're starting to pour the foundation here sometime next week, probably, maybe just a week later. But the weather's holding up, everything's going good, and we seem to be right on schedule. That's it for me.
Thank you, Mike. So, Nan, if you're ready to take it away and talk a little bit about some of the upcoming events, I'm going to, once you get started, put up our community calendar just to remind folks where they can find it.
Okay, thank you again, Keith. Yeah, so we have a lot of great events coming up in the village, both sponsored by FOBEC and other community organizations. So coming up this evening is the Fair Oaks Historical Society quarterly meeting. It is at 6 p.m. And is that going to be at the Historical Society, Keith?
The Historical Society meeting this evening is at Faith Church over on Fair Oaks Boulevard as you head out towards Carmichael.
Okay, well, you can get all the details on our website once again. We also have coming up Friday another longtime Fair Oaks Village tradition, and that's the Safe or Safer Halloween. That is on Friday from 11 to 1 in the village. It's put on by the Rotary with lots of other community members being involved. Oh, fire truck coming by. And it's designed for young children. There will be books given away. There will be reading stations so the kids can sit around and listen to someone from the Rotary who's dressed up, reading them a story. Most of the merchants will be giving away candy. So it's trick-or-treating for the young children here in the village, the Safer Halloween. And that's always a super fun event. And the kids absolutely love it. The costumes are amazing. Then, as we already talked about, the Day of the Dead Run, which is on Saturday, that is going to be so much fun. I can't wait for that. And that plans to be wrapped up by noon. So it's an early morning, but it'll be lots of fun and a great time for everyone. And then FOBEC has a couple of really fun events coming up the first weekend in December. So number one is we're having our second annual California International Marathon Watch Party. So this happens down right next to the Water District in the parking area for EJ's Little People, which happens to be exactly the halfway point for the marathon. So we serve hot chocolate, we all cheer the runners on and have a watch party there. And you can also get your picture taken with a silhouette of a runner, yet to be determined, there at the halfway mark of the marathon. And of course, take your picture with the runners, selfies with the runners going by as they pass the halfway point. The California International Marathon is one of the best marathons in the country. It tends to be a fast marathon. It goes from Folsom Lake to downtown, and it's always a really great time. Then after the marathon, we will move more to the central area of the village for our second annual Vintage Charm in the Village event. And that we did last year as well. It's for the children, and it involves children's crafts and face painting, and is really a lot of fun. We call it Vintage Charm in the Village because it's old-fashioned kind of crafts and face painting. The kids decorate pine cones, make ornaments, that kind of stuff, and they get to take those home with them. There is no charge for either of those events, so come on out and enjoy it with us. And if you'd like to help, of course, you can always contact us either on our webpage or by emailing us at fobec2011@gmail.com, because we could always use more hands, and it's really fun to watch the kids' joy when they do the crafts and get their faces painted. And then finally, and the most important and funnest thing for me, is we are in the beginning stages of planning the Fair Oaks Fiesta. So for those of you who don't know, the Fair Oaks Fiesta is the longest running event in Fair Oaks. It was started in the late 40s and predates any other organization other than the Women's Thursday Club, but it is the longest running event in Fair Oaks Village, and we want to bring that back. We are bringing that back. We have lots of opportunities for volunteers here. It will be scaled back a bit while the park is under renovation, but we have locations picked out, and we have we're in the beginning stages, have lots of committees and categories that you can help with. If you'd like to see that in the village, come out and help us. So some of the things that we need help with is organizing the parade. Yes, we're gonna have the kids parade like we have always had. There'll be vendors, there'll be games, there'll be the toilet bowl races and other things, dunk the mayor, all kinds of other things going on in the village. So we could definitely use your help. The date of the Fair Oaks Fiesta is its traditional time, the first weekend in May, which will be May 6th and 7th of 2023. Oh, and one other thing that I meant to mention, and I'll bring it up now, is FOVEC has been working with AT&T, you know, who owns that building on Crestline and Sunrise. There's a rather large parking lot behind that. And FOVEC has been working with them to secure that lot to use for events and actually every day in the village. And we just were able to get our revised lease agreement with them. We can actually use that parking lot from 8 in the morning till 10 in the evening. So watch out on our website for more details about how to use that parking lot as we iron those out. But we're really excited about the option of bringing more parking. There are close to 75 parking spaces up there. So that, and it's just one street off the main drag here on Crestline. So we're excited to open up that parking for people shopping and coming to events here in the village. So I think I've got everything covered there. Keith, if you want to add anything, go ahead. Back to you.
Well, thank you. I just wanted to remind everyone who may be watching this on Facebook or watching this later on our YouTube or our website that we do this on Zoom so that if you have questions, if you have things, last minute announcements, you're more than welcome to join us live via our Zoom link, and we will do everything we can to try and get your message out or to answer your questions in real time. And I want to once again thank Mike and the Park District for their support and their participation in this, and for all of the other kind of behind the scenes volunteers who make this activity possible. If you have suggestions for how we make this more valuable or how we do a better job of getting the community involved, we're always open to that, because that's why FOVEC exists. And with that, Mike or Nan, do you have anything?
Yeah, I got one more thing. Hey, I'm out here on the band shell at Fair Oaks Park, and this is where we've had the concerts in the park. And there was some talk, kind of that rambling talk that I heard, that the band shell here was going away. It's not going away. It's staying as is, except for the wall right behind me. It is now being rebuilt, and you can kind of see the foundation being built around it. You can see the rebar, you can see all the stuff that's happening. But that wall will allow the band shell to be here for the next 75 years. So yes, the band shell is staying. Concerts in the park will happen again, and we're excited to be able to provide a new facility that has that same amenities that we're used to.
Hey, Mike, I really appreciate your responsiveness, because I certainly get asked lots of questions about the construction and what's going on, and having you join us on these events and sharing the construction pictures and hearing the pounding going on in the background makes it all real.
Thank you.
All right, with that, unless anyone has any other questions or comments, we'll wrap this up, let you get on with your day, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next month.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye now.
Bye.